So I'm going to show you how to do a uplifter or a Whitenoise. Well, let's just start from new. So you want to load up 3x oscillator and set all of them to noise. Well, you only need one, so just set this one to noise, I guess. Then put it for at least 1 bar. Okay, so there you have your Whitenoise. Assign a free mixer track, and you're gonna want to put fruity free filter. And you're gonna want to also load up a parametric EQ too, and then just get rid of the harsher sounds so you can get a smooth Whitenoise lift when you're working on it. Probably up to about 90 or 100. Oh, and by the way, to get this curved edge, you just go here, and then you push this all the way down, and then this all the way down. So there I have a curved edge. And then I'm just getting off the very, very high frequencies, and I don't know, I just tend to get a little bit of the lows, very little. I mean the mids. I guess it just makes it sound a little cleaner. So I'm just having this tempo at 128 just for preference. Bring down the volume of the Whitenoise on the step sequencer to 50, or somewhere about here in the middle. So it could be very not overpowered and smooth. So you're gonna want to open up your playlist, just so to have that on the side, and then you're gonna want to create an automation clip for the fruity free filter. We're gonna automate the frequency, so we're gonna start out at 10, and then create an automation clip until the 8th bar, I guess. And then this is how you want your automation: 4 going up and 4 going down, but this is just for tutorial's sake, to help you get an idea of how it's gonna sound. You could just sort of mix up the automation, curve points. So let's load up our Whitenoise pattern into the playlist, and then here we'll listen to what we got so far. So there you have an uplift and a downlift. So this little, so what you can do, you could just cut this little piece, and then there you have your downlift, and then here you have your uplift. So this is how a downlift will look. If you're just gonna make a downlift for a track, it's gonna look like something like this, and then your uplift will look like this, as so. Okay, now let's say you wanna do a sidechain. If you know what sidechaining is, then you're probably gonna want to do it, or if you haven't heard it, I'll just give you a quick example, and you can sort of follow along. Now this is the quick way. Open up growth beat, and then under the volume portion, you're gonna click sidechain, and you're gonna want to drag these up to -4, where the tension is 0% for each one of these. I already have a preset for this, so there everything's at 4 right here. So this is how it sounds now. Now let's say you have a kick, and then we'll just use this default kick for now, since we're not going to do anything fancy really. This is another way to sidechain. You're going to want to clone the kick, and then put it for 4 steps again, and put the second kick that you have in a separate track. And just for organization, you might want to rename this to sidechain noise or white noise or something of that matter. So on this, you're gonna load up Fruity P controller, and you're gonna put up your bass at 20%, and then you're gonna link it to your 3x oscillator volume on the mixer. Set your internal controller to peak of kick 2 or the sidechain that you have, and then you're gonna go to mapping formula inverted. Okay, so let's just do it without the kick. Okay, so this is with the kick, and you can see that it's gonna punch out some extra room for it. So this is a very simple tutorial. If you want any more tutorials, just let me know. Once again, thanks for all the new subscribers, and sorry if I sound a little sleepy or I do a lot of pauses. I noticed that. Because I am kind of sleepy. It is kind of late, and I need to be getting to bed. But I just want to update on my YouTube, so I posted this video. So if you have anything, any requests or any remakes, I'm also working on remakes, and I'm also working on at least 8 songs at the same time. What I do is I just sort of switch around from each track, and then I just see what I got from there, tweak it a little bit, go to the next track. But anyways, I have about 8 tracks ready, and I might post them up on YouTube soon. A few remakes that are already in the works, so I'll give you the FLPs for that and a video on it. But if you have any requests, once again, just let me know. I'll link you to a sidechaining tutorial to give you a little more in depth for the sidechaining, and also included in that other tutorial will be a rising synth. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in an annotation. So later, guys, I'm glad if I helped. Bye.